Good morning, everybody, and this is your S&P 500 day trade setups for today. So it is July the 4th, so it is a public holiday. Markets are closed, futures markets are open. So whatever you're trading here is going to be futures related, and don't expect too much happening in the afternoon session or when the US opens. So for those of us in Europe, Africa, and sort of Middle East, Asia, this is kind of a morning trade if you're going to trade this, but sometimes it's better off just trading the DAX. You get a bit more volumes there. So anyway, let's just have a look at where we started on the weekly. So big weekly up, and then we've got a weekly inside range bar. So we do have a line in the sand here, which is this previous swing low. We've got a crossover here, which is starting to brew on the weekly, and that is extremely bearish. So this flag is still forming on the weekly, and it's a massive flag that has been forming this week, really volatile, already taken out the lows, sort of all the gains of last year, and now we've got some more structure to the downside that could very well be tested, which is all these tails here. So with all of that in the back of your head, what we're looking for this week really is to see what kind of direction we get. So last week we had a breakup. It looked like it was going to settle into some kind of some structure for us to continue to the upside. That has failed. You can see we've got to cross over the moving averages again to the downside. Oscillators pointing up. We've crossed over, but they're pointing up the upside. Now the thing is, if they start crossing over while far apart like that, you have your next leg brewing. And that is kind of the view that I've got at the moment. This is my line in the sand that we are testing right now. So obviously it's not perfect science as it always has been. So you can see there's more structure here. See these tails here. Tails to the upside, tails to the downside. So that's our zone. And if you look at the moving averages on the hour are all bearish at the moment. So do have a gap to the upside, which often acts as a magnet, but this could start being a breakaway gap to the downside. So for today, you won't see anything on the hour. That's not even worth watching, but you will see some structure on the 15-minute brewing. So, or even the 5-minute. You've got some gaps to the downside here on the 15-minute. You've got sort of tails here. I don't expect us to take out the high or the low of of Friday. So what you'd be looking for is firstly rejection of 38.12, or possibly even a break of 38.12 will give you the gap close. A rejection of 38.12 is going to bring you back down into 3800. Break of 3800, you're going to maybe test one of these tails here, but don't expect too much fireworks unless there's a big catalyst in Europe which starts driving price in a direction. I suspect you're going to range pretty much all day. So this is where if you're willing to scalp and you're on the lower time frames, you can. So you'll be down on the 5 and 3 minute charts, waiting for the exact same structure that we're looking at on the hour chart and the 50-minute chart, waiting for support and resistance to break and be retested, and then you're looking for quick moves to the upside, quick moves to the downside. Really scalp. So that is only suited to somebody that's sitting in front of the charts all day, not something that I do. Anyway, that's kind of my view at the moment. So I'll be sitting quietly during the holiday period here, and we'll look at the charts tomorrow, and should pick up there. But it wouldn't surprise me, to be honest, to see us just, if we do break it into this area, just to sort of range like this, just all over the place, just up and down. And that's what I mean by holiday trade. So if you see that kind of setup starting, it becomes pretty easy, because trading the range from the top to the bottom becomes fairly straightforward, because the volumes are fairly low, and it's pretty meek and mild, I suppose, is the way to explain it. Anyway, that's kind of my view, really sitting on the sides, and we'll pick it up tomorrow. Hope that helps, and cheers for now.